Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to recharge the air conditioning system on a Nissan Quest. The particular one that we have here is a 2008. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, an easy indication to know that your AC system may need to be charged is if you're driving, maybe it's not blowing as cold. So your AC may still be working, but maybe just not as cold as it normally is. So it's more of a lukewarm, or sometimes it'll kind of be cold and kind of fluctuating in and out from ice cold and kind of a average cold, things like that. That's usually a good time to check it, see what the levels look like, recharge it as needed. So for this one here, let's pop the hood open, and I'm going to show you the port that we're going to be connecting to, and then I'll show you the items that you're going to need to complete this, and then we'll get it taken care of. Now there are two ports that you're going to see, and let's bring the camera in here up close so I can show you. You have this one here, which is your low side port, and then under here you have your high side port. The low side is where you're going to connect to, and if we unscrew it, this one's smaller than if we remove this one here. This one here is a larger port, so when you go to connect to it, you won't even be able to put the connection onto the high side anyway, but this is the one that you're going to want as the low side. Now let me show you the items that will be needed to complete this. Obviously you're going to need a can of the AC recharge system, which is the R134A refrigerant. You want to make sure that you get that. You can get them in smaller cans, larger cans, but you want to also make sure that you have a gauge on here. Some of them come with that. If not, you can buy that, because we're going to have to check the levels first, because you don't want to be overfilling it. And then lastly, you're just going to need some safety glasses. You always want to wear eye protection when doing this. So let's head over to the vehicle and get started. Now the first thing that we want to do is we're going to start the vehicle. We're going to turn the AC on max, and we're going to turn the fan on max. Then we're going to go to that low pressure port. We're going to connect our gauge to it and see what kind of levels we're looking at. That way we know how much needs to be added. So let's do that. Turn that on maximum. We have it on maximum cold. Make sure the AC is on. And now let's head outside and see what the levels look like. So we have our can connected. We're going to take this, and basically when you push it down, it releases it, so we can slide it over. We're going to raise it like that, slide it until it clicks, let it go, and then we'll see what the gauge looks like. Nice and snug. And if we look here on the gauge, your white area is low, then you have filled, which is green, then yellow is where you want it. That basically means that no more should be added. It's max. Then of course red is overfilled. But you can see we're about half in the green, so we are in the filled line, but on the lower end. I like to top it off closer to where it's hitting the yellow, so that's what we're going to add, and that'll increase the coldness on this vehicle. Next, we're going to detach this. I'm going to put my safety glasses on now. And if you have a new can, you're going to want to shake it up really good before you attach it to the gauge. If not, like in the case here, we're just going to shake it real good. After we're done shaking it, we're going to reattach it and start applying it. And while we're dispensing it into the system, you're going to want to still be shaking the can upright, turning a little bit side to side. Definitely don't want to turn it upside down though. So let's see here. Okay. Same thing, we're going to put it on till it locks. It's nice and solid. We're going to go ahead and push it down and be shaking it. A little bit side to side. You'll feel the can getting very cold. Depending how low it is, sometimes you may need two cans. I don't think this one's going to need it, since we were in the green, just on the middle to lower side. You can see there we're now inching past the halfway point. I had to switch out to a new can. Need a little bit more than I thought, but we're moving along here. Let's check it. Almost in the yellow, which is where I want it to be. That way we're topped off. Okay, we are good. So we're going to detach this. Be careful, sometimes a little bit can spray out as it just did. That's why you want to wear eye protection. We'll close this port. Let's go inside the vehicle and let's see how the AC feels. It's nice and cool. And keep in mind the vehicle is now running. Once your RPMs go up a little bit more and the compressor kicks in better, it'll get even colder, but it's very nice and cold. Normally at this point at idle, it was cool but not very cold. This is nice and cold right now. Feeling very good. Shut this down here. Okay, well that wraps up this quick video on how to recharge the AC system on a Nissan Quest. As mentioned already, this is a 2008. Key thing to keep in mind is you want to go into your low pressure port, not the high pressure, but as we showed at the beginning, it won't even fit over that because that's a thicker port. But that wraps up this video. So please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. I hope that this video was informative for you, helped you out with maybe any issues you're running into with the AC on your Nissan Quest, especially with the summertime here right now. So send me any questions and comments. Love to hear from you. And as always, I appreciate all the support. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.